Arrow is releasing Stranger Things 4K and Blu-ray box sets in July. I already have it pre-ordered. I'm so excited.
Yes.
It has just about everything a die-hard fan like me could ask for. All 42 episodes spread across 25 discs, DTS HD Master Audio on all seasons, Dolby Atmos on seasons 4 and 5, hours upon hours of special features, cast interviews, bloopers, beautiful artwork on the box itself, original posters by Kyle Lambert. Now, the important thing here, why this matters. This opens up the door for more Netflix releases on physical media. Although I have heard that Warner Brothers owns the rights via the Duffers. That said, this opens up the door. Normally, a Netflix title only gets released on Criterion or by whoever owns the home video rights, which isn't always Netflix. Which explains why Wednesday got a Blu-ray release. If anyone at Netflix, 20th Century Fox, or Arrow is watching this, if Stranger Things can get a huge box set like this, so can Fear Street. We need Fear Street. And here's why. First of all, it's a great trilogy. Say what you will about Prom Queen, but the trilogy is a masterpiece. Now, even Prom Queen has its technical merits that would benefit from the audiovisual upgrade, which are as follows. Mark Giori, I think, took over cinematography from Caleb Heyman. In fact, it was a completely new creative team. The Newton Brothers synth score was actually pretty cool, like Alan Howarth. Nora Felder's soundtracks. More on that later. The blood and makeup effects by Kayla DeBilas. Reason 2. Horror thrives on physical media. It just does. Films have been cult classics thanks to physical media. Doesn't matter how they did in theaters. If they even made it that far, Trick or Treat. Completely uncut, unedited, no commercials, no meddling. Just pure horror. Reason number 3. Stranger Things DNA. Writer-director Lee Janiak was married to Ross Steffer at the time, which explains a lot of things about the trilogy. Why it was so great. Maya Hawke cameos in 1994. Sadie Sink stars in 1978 and has a cameo as the preacher's daughter in 1666. Music supervisor Nora Felder, back to her, gave us some kick-ass soundtracks. Nirvana, David Bowie, The Runaways. Even on the 4th one, she gave us double Laura Branigan. The Eurythmics, Duran Duran, Roxette, Billy Idol, Rick Astley, and even Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now. Man, the fourth one had a Stranger Things connection after all. This would all sound incredible with a DTS or Atmos soundtrack. Caleb Heyman's cinematography would shine in 4K. The neon lights at the mall, the killer's iconic masks, the warm orange woods of Camp Nightwing, the muted tones of Puritan-era Union, which would later be split into Sunnyvale and Shadyside. Carmen Cuba was the casting director on all four movies, and the Trilogy cast shines. Sadly, I can't say the same for the fourth one. What would I like from special features? Any of these? Commentary by Lee Janiak, cast commentary or interview with R.L. Stine, behind the scenes, trailers, the influence of Stranger Things on Fear Street, the influence of Scream and Friday the 13th, the history of Fear Street or R.L. Stine's life and career as a whole, how Fear Street differs from Goosebumps, interviews with, well, that'd be nice too, producers, interviews with composers and Nora Felder, interview with Carmen Cuba on the casting, makeup effects featurette, auditions, anything like that would be cool. A big old book like Stranger Things has, poster art. Now, my own personal experience with R.L. Stine, I never actually read the Fear Street books, but Goosebumps was my jam when I was a kid. I think I read all the books. I also had a book he wrote under the name Jovial Bob Stine called 101 Wacky Kid Jokes. I might still have it somewhere. In the author bio, I learned he wrote the classic Nickelodeon show Eureka's Castle. I haven't seen that show in like 30 years. It's supposed to be on Paramount Plus. And years later, I learned that there was a novelization of Spaceballs, written by none other than Mr. Stine himself. I imagine it would be a fun read. One of my favorite movies. I love Mel Brooks. I've never read the Fear Street books, but I was intrigued that the trilogy was aiming for an older audience than Stine was used to with Goosebumps. But anyway, if Arrow can do Stranger Things, it can do Fear Street. What do you say? Is Fear Street the best next step for a Netflix physical media release? Or would you prefer something else like Squid Game? Let me know.